Hello y'all, this is Conrad Layn here. I have some really great ideas for you on how to earn some additional income. I'm gonna blow your socks off. Get ready for this. I'm about to give you some money-making ways on how to change your life around, and this is an unthought of idea. And just a little about myself, I've been insurance licensed for over 8 years. I'm also real estate licensed, and I have quite a bit of expertise and perspectives, not perfect, but some interesting perspectives from my experiences that I want to share with you so that you can make money and make a lot of money. It's about having fun in life and making a lot of money and enjoying yourself while we're here. So that's how I look at it, people. So let me share something about you. So in regards to insurance, how it works typically is like this. I'm an independent agent. What that typically means is I have something called appointments. What appointments are is when a company gives me the appointment, basically like a contract to sell their insurance on their behalf. I'm the agent, they're the insurance company, and they want me to find the customer. So I'm the agent in the middle. Same thing goes for real estate. I'm a real estate license as well. I say if I own my own brokerage, or if I'm an agent, I would be affiliated with a brokerage, and I would find customers to buy commercial property or residential homes or buildings or lots, etc., or rental apartments, etc. So the agent's job is to be basically kind of like the middleman. You find the buyer and the seller and you bring them together. That's what it is about being an agent. You connect the dots and you basically are representing people and bringing them together, because one person has assets, one person has time, but the person with the assets doesn't really have that much time, and the person with the time has no assets. So someone like Conrad Layn, who's a real estate agent and also insurance agent, or like you at home, can also do this as well. But I'm not sharing how to become a real estate agent here. I'm sharing how to actually be a Turo agent. And the way you become a Turo agent is like this. Very simple. I'm on a real estate walk right now. I'm gonna walk around the Wilshire area, and I'm gonna flip this around so you can see the Wiltern Theater from here. That's the historic Wiltern Green Theater. We're not gonna go over there, but just that's actually a historic landmark, very beautiful. Flip back around to me. So what do you do with this to become a Turo agent? Simply this, and very simple. All you have to do is find people who have assets, cars, and find people who have time. That's about it. You collect the money in the middle. You create your own deals. At that point, you don't even really need to be a Turo host. If you want to be a Turo host, you can, but you don't need to be. And you don't need to own cars even. You could just be an agent. A Turo agent is what I'm calling it. So this is what Conrad Layn's telling you. Become a Turo agent. If you have a hard time, and this is a good idea, even if you have a Turo profile, if you're a Turo host, or if you're just someone who owns cars, even if you're a Turo host, doesn't matter. You can still do this business on top of the compounding businesses that you're already making money from. Very, very simple to do. So the way you go about doing this, because it's easier said than done, simple. First, as you watch my videos, you'll notice I always say Google, search engine, Bing. You find dealerships, rental car companies, preferably mom and pop rental car companies, the smaller ones and the bigger ones. If it's the bigger ones, it's a little more scrutiny, it's a little more politics, but all you have to do essentially is speak with the managers, look at the plaques on the wall that say employee for the month and salesperson for the year, etc., etc. Some dealerships even have an LED screen outside the dealership I've seen. You want to talk to those people and talk to their regular staff, but talk to the top people, but then talk to the people under them as well, and just tell them what you want to do, that you want to utilize their assets, their vehicles that they rent out, if it's an enterprise, if it's an Avis, if it's a some type of commercial type of rental car company. It's your job to say, hey, I'm a Turo agent, or this is my services. I can connect the dots and find people who will help you rent your cars. So that's the first level. So you go on Google and find rental car companies, find dealerships, etc., or other people you know that have cars, or you go to car shows as well. Find car shows. These are specialty cars, and then you contact Turo to make sure they're accepted. And oftentimes they can be accepted, and even classic cars. So you find, this is where you find your clients at. You go to classic car shows, you go to dealerships and rental car companies, and they can even allow you to be the agent to find the people that are Turo hosts that already have a Turo pro. You contact like a Conrad Layn or contact any other Turo host online, and then you just reach out to them. So recap, the way you find customers is like this, people. You find customers in this manner. Go on Google, go on search engine, go on Bing, and wherever you stay at, go online and go on Instagram especially, look for, and Yelp also, Yelp as well, and look for rental car companies preferably, because Turo is already inclined to actually, and they actually offer rental car companies the opportunity to become commercial hosts, so they're inclined to that, but you're not signing them up. You can help them sign up if you want to, but that's not what I'm saying here. What I'm saying is they don't even become a Turo host. So say if you speak with a rental car company, your job is not to make them a Turo host. Your job is to use their assets, their cars that are sitting there that they're not renting anywhere or not making as much money as they need, and to find another Turo host that's already a Turo host. So you go onto the app and you start looking at Turo host listings like Conrad, Layn, or other people, and you shop out to them, and you get to know them that way through the app. Or you go on YouTube and also Instagram and find Turo hosts or Facebook groups, and you send messages saying what and offering your services. And then if someone bites, you let them know, and you should create a professional website so you show your services that hey, you're a Turo agent, you specialize in bringing together Turo hosts or people that want to be Turo hosts who don't have any cars, that have a lot of time, with wealthy investors or companies that have assets but no time or very little time. That's your job, people. So that's all you have to do. So to find the big companies, you go online, Google, Yelp, Bing, search engine, etc. Online, Instagram especially, Facebook, YouTube. You put in basically rental car companies, see which rental car companies pop up, you contact them, you create your Rolodex, and you contact each one. I'll contact, at this point, if you're really serious about implementing this, you need at minimum 100 different dealerships. Not one or two, not 10, not 20, 100. And I'll go all the way up to 400 to 500 so you can become a Turo agent. That's how you do it to build your, and remember, you're not becoming a Turo host. You're not the Turo host, you're a Turo agent, and the dealership you're finding, or the rental car company preferably that you're finding, is not a Turo host, and you're not going to turn them into Turo hosts. They're never going to be a Turo host. All they're simply doing is allowing their assets, their cars that are sitting there that are not being rented, or that are collecting dust, or they're not getting enough money on it, they'll allow you to delegate and find a person who has time, who's a Turo host, who's a current Turo host, which you can do that too. And that's how you build your content. To find Turo hosts like Conrad, Layn, you go on YouTube, we have channels oftentimes, or Instagram where they're shopping, or Facebook where they're shopping out their services. That's what you do. Or just simply go on Google. You'll be surprised. Put a Turo host in my area, and different hosts actually pop up, I've noticed. Do that. That's how you find Turo hosts. Or you find people who aren't Turo hosts, and you have them sign up and become Turo hosts, and then from that point on, that now they're Turo hosts, and now you get their cars and you add them to this person's Turo host listing. And then once you get this person, and then you create the contract, and then at that point, talk to whoever you need to talk to, or write out whatever you need to. That's not my place. I'm just sharing the strategy with you. And that's how you do. This is secret. This is top secret stuff. And I know this because I'm an agent myself. I'm not a Turo agent. I don't offer Turo agent services, but I am an insurance agent for over 8 years. I'm a real estate agent. And think about even anyone that's a travel agent, even they find the customer and they connect you with the airlines or the hotel. Same thing with also an entertainment agent. They connect with the studios, like here in California, there's a lot of actors and musicians, and then they also find the talent. You know what I mean? So the agent's the middleman or middlewoman that actually will locate the buyer and the seller and the two different business people, but you're not the person signing the contract. All you simply are doing is to find the two parties, and that's all you have to do. If you want to make money by using people who don't have assets or who have a lot of time, and find people who are wealthier or businesses that actually have cars and assets, this is the best way to do it, and you earn a lot of money, and you're not even a Turo host. This is what I call being a Turo agent. Please consider this. If you're making a lot of money, if you're making a little bit of money, if you have a stale listing, if you're not even a Turo host, if you don't even know what Turo is, you just saw this video, this is a great opportunity for anyone, because this idea does not require you to be a Turo host or a Turo guest. All you need to simply do is find someone who's willing to become a Turo host, or find someone who's willing, who's already a Turo host like Conrad, Layn, or someone else, and say, hey, I have access to these cars you don't have access to, and you create your contract what you think is fair at that point. And now you just have you have a buyer, and then you connect them to the dealership, preferably a rental car company, because rental car companies Turo's already inclined to that strategy. And then I'm gonna leave the article below where it actually Turo allows you to actually become a custodian. So a custodian, so for example, or a co-host, and they also allow you to, and custodians this. A custodian simply, if you're a Turo host, you can actually allow another person to work for your Turo host, host profile. So for example, if I'm Conrad Layn, I could hire someone and add them on as a custodian, and as a custodian, they can meet up with the guests on my behalf. I don't have to be there. They're basically a custodian to my account. They're a co-host, and they're basically the co-host under me. So that's a whole nother strategy. And with this, however, when you're actually building, you go further. So now you found the Turo host, or the person you're going to turn into a Turo host. They're not a Turo host yet. That's again, you can find people who don't even have cars. That's the power of this. To be a Turo host, you need a car. Fact. But what you're powerful is you come in and you find people who are already Turo hosts who have cars, great. Or even if they don't have Turo hosts, even if you find a Turo host who doesn't have any cars, you have the cars. And then Turo allows you, as long as the owner authorizes it, because now they know you're the agent, so they will authorize it and allow you to delegate. And then you delegate their cars and add their cars over to this Turo host. And now you just created a business connection and you're just agent. No liability really for you. I mean, there's always liability in business, but less liability. It's not like you have a car payment. You're not paying anything. You're using someone else's cars and using what they've acquired and using someone else's time, and then you keep doing rinse and repeat. And you get one person, then you get two people, and then you get three people, and then you get four people. Now you're making 6 figures, 7 figures, and this is being done already. This is being done. I've already known about this, and I've been thinking like this for years. But I've seen that this business is booming, and people don't know about this. This is a way you can do this. You could rinse and repeat this. You don't just need one client. If you find a dealership or a rental car company that trusts you, you get more people under your belt, and you get more Turo hosts, or find people on the street or online, and you interview them, see if they're competent and can handle this type of strategy, and you just add cars to them. So you're doing a service. You're satisfying a Turo host who has no cars. Now they have cars. They don't have to go into debt, because now that's answered because they have a rental car company that's giving them cars through you, though. Through you. It's all ran through you. And now you become the solution for people who don't have any options of getting a car. If they have bad credit, good credit, you're the solution. And now you're the solution also for businesses over there, because now they don't have enough time, but they have a lot of assets and wealth. And these rental car companies have cars, and they sit there oftentimes. And now you can actually rent for them on their behalf, and that's beautiful. And now, guess what? There's always going to be a parking spot, so Turo host doesn't have to worry about parking because they're a rental car company anyway. And then you just park the cars. That's how you do it, people. I can go on and on for hours about this. It goes deep, actually, it goes way deeper. But I'm going to leave you with this. I gave you 2% of the strategy, 2%, probably 1% actually, and I actually calculated the amount because I left a lot of other information that's really substantial and important. But I don't want to blow your minds out. I want to get you used to this other side of wealth and secrets, and this is what this channel is about. So for free, I just gave that to you, a complete gem and diamond. So my name is Conrad Layn. Again, recap. Your job right there watching me, doesn't matter if you're a Turo host, if you're not a Turo host, or if you're a dealership, rental car company, or whoever you are in the world, doesn't really matter. All you need to simply do is this. It's very simple. Recap. If you are attempting to be a Turo agent, that I've called this Turo agent, your job is this, just like I'm a real estate agent and an insurance agent. Find buyer and seller, 2 parties. You're in the middle. You have no liability typically, or very little liability, because it's not your assets, not your car. You're just the agent. So all you need to do is find rental car companies. Go to Yelp, Instagram, YouTube, Google, Bing, search engines in your area. That's it. Go to the actual dealerships yourself and like do some warm marketing and actually walk into dealerships and rental car companies yourself. That's how you do this, people. That's how you do it. You find your clients that way. Then you go on Google, search engine, etc., and you put in Facebook Turo hosts. You find Turo hosts that way through Google, Bing. A lot of them have Google Facebook pages. Find Turo hosts that way through Facebook pages, Instagram. A lot of Turo hosts represent themselves. That's how you do it. You find them that way. That you find Turo hosts actually. These Turo hosts only have so many cars at a time typically, because they're not rental car companies. They're not dealerships typically. Some are, but for the most part, most people have 1 or 2 cars, 3 cars. That's it. Some have a little bit more, but they still are basically limited. You are going to be able to blow their business out the water, and that's why you become valuable. You get paid a substantial amount because you can actually add cars from your connections to them, and it's through you actually. They don't have those connections without you, so they have to pay you or figure out a deal that works for you, and that's where you find them. Facebook, again, go on the Turo app, shoot, even book a trip if you want to get to know these people. And that's how you do it. That's how you think outside the box, people. Third strategy, you find people you know, friends, family, people you trust, people, your coworkers, your schoolmates, your classmates, anyone just walking around in the street. If they look like there's someone who's hardworking, you go to dealerships and talk to the employees there, see if they want to work after hours, get some extra money. A lot of people need some extra money. And then you find people who aren't even Turo hosts, and that way, now what you can do essentially is say, hey, you're not a Turo host, but you can start a Turo profile, and what you can do is Turo allows you, as long as you have authorization from the owner of the vehicle, which you will have the authorization because you're the one delegating, you're the Turo agent, and you add the cars from the dealership to their profile. Now they have no financing, they have no loan or nothing like that, and that's how you blow the walls out of this. That's how you do it, people. Like, subscribe, share. I only share like 2% of this strategy, and it's crazy. And remember, I'm gonna scare you guys right now. The main thing that makes this strategy scary is because you're using other people's time and other people's assets. So what this essentially means is if you set up the deals, you start building residual income. You're building wealth off other people's assets, off other people's time, and you're just the agent. That's how you do it. And you start with one turns to two turns to four to eight to 16. The rule of doubles, people. On and on and on. That's what makes it scary, because you're thinking about one person. You get one person, why not do it again? Why not do it? You're not the host. Your time is freed up. So all you need to do is find people that will actually, that you'll blow the walls off of and build their business up for them. And now you're the Turo agent and you're making 6 to 7 figures. That's it. Layn quick tip. Love you guys. Plus Layn Turo University, huge hack. Like, subscribe, share. You're gonna get nothing but good content here. Love you guys. Like, subscribe, share. Peace.